Busy Bees. I have my dog Vasey here with me again. She just loves the camera. Always popping in for a visit. We'll see how long she sits here. How are you guys this morning? Happy Thursday. I am so proud of everyone. You've been working so extremely hard and your work has been nothing but beautiful. And I am just loving what I am seeing. Today is going to be pretty easy for us. We're going to start off with a math page for our number of the week, 14. You guys have done this a lot. Vasey's going to help us. You're going to, I don't know if this is coming in, can you see? You're going to trace your number 14s, and then you'll write 2 more 14s all by yourself. Now notice the 1 and the 4, when they stand next to each other, it makes the number 14. But look at, they've left the space. 1 and 4 together, space, 1 and 4 together. You'll leave a space, put your 1 and 4 together, leave a space, and put 1 and 4 together. Down here, you know what to do. We're going to go on a 14 hunt. Find your 14 and circle it. And in our picture, if you find a 14, you're going to color it yellow. We know what to do. Over here, there's a whole bunch of candles. I think there might be more than 14. Just count them and color them. Color 14 candles. Not anymore, just 14. You know what? It's a lot. So for me, I circle count them first. 1, 2, 3. And when I get all the way to 14, then I can stop circling and then I can color them. You know what to do down here. Count your candles and write the numbers in the spaces below. We've done that a lot, haven't we? All right, easy peasy. Also today, Mom and Dad have a phonics page for you. For W, some of you may have done this already because you got it early on last Friday, which yay for you, you get a little break. We'll trace and write our uppercase W's, which we do well now, and our lowercase W's. Nothing but beautiful work again, and I couldn't be more proud of my busy bees. Keep up that good work. Look at your pictures. Say the name of the picture. Ball. Ball. Does ball begin with the sound that W makes? No, it doesn't. No. What sound? That's right, B. So we're going to put a big black X on the ball. Go to the next picture. Do you guys know what that is? Windmill. Say windmill. Yeah, windmill does start with the sound that W makes, so we will color it in. You can do the rest of them on your own. I know you can. On the back side, if the picture starts with the sound that W makes, then you will write an uppercase W and a lowercase w in the lines below the picture. The first picture is someone putting up wallpaper. Wallpaper. Wallpaper begins with the sound that W makes, and so they did the first one for you. Starting at the top, slant down, slant up, slant down, slant up, and the same with the little W, the lowercase w. I will tell you real quick what the pictures are. Watering, drumming, drumming. This man is walking his dogs. This one is a magician with a wand. This person is washing windows, windows. And this one is riding his horse. You'll do great with this. I can't wait to see your work. Let's do a quick review of our new sight words. All right. Who sits at this table? Natalia, Andrew, Jocelyn, and Liam Aguilar. What is the color of their table? That's right. Green. Green begins with the letter G. We know G. Kiss your brains. Awesome. Green. Okay. What is the name of the color? What is the color of the table for Linda, Jimena, Liam Ludeman, Mia, and Nicolas? That's right. Blue table. Blue starts with what letter? Blue. easy for us. There's our new sight word, blue. Excellent. Now next week, we're going to look at all our sight words. Are you guys practicing them? Because there'll be a test next week. Get ready. And then our last sight word for the week is for Fiona, Grayson, and Beck. What color is their table? That's right, yellow. Yellow table. And now we're missing a table. What is it? Red table, red table. Let's do a little phonics. So we don't have a sight word for red, but we can read red because we're smart. Kiss your brain. Here we go. When I say the word red, what's the first sound we hear in the word red? That's right. We hear R. Very good. So we'll write R. Now, what is going to be in the middle? We need a vowel sound. Which vowel makes Good. E. Ed. D. That's right. D. We make our lowercase d. So, here we go. Let's read it. D. Red. Kiss your brains. We don't need a sight word for that one. We can sound it out. I love you, busy bees. Miss you so much. Are you ready for the last thing we get to do today? We've been talking a lot about wind. We know that wind begins with the letter W. Wind. We know that wind is just moving air. And we got to go outside and make observations of how we knew wind was there from seeing the things moving around. And we did our own wind painting yesterday when we got to move our air through the straw and push the wind to blow the colored water around. And my gosh, I have seen the most amazing pictures. Very awesome. Well, today we're going to make a wind sock. Excuse me. What you'll need are 2 pieces of paper. You might have some colored paper at home, some construction paper. My supplies are limited, but we're making it work. So what I want you to do on your first piece of paper is color it. You can make a picture, a different beautiful design. I decided to put colored X's all over my paper. I used some spring colors of purple and orange and green, and I put X's all over. So now that I've got that decorated, I will roll it together, and maybe I could glue it right at the seams here. I could use some glue or tape or stapler, whatever Mom and Dad has on hand. I'm going to use just a little bit of tape here today. Mine's pretty quick, but yours is going to take a little more time, and it's going to be beautiful and hold really well. So the top part of your windsock will look like that. Then next, you're going to get your second piece of paper, and you can color it, or you can use colored paper or streamer paper. But what you want to do is cut your paper into strips like this. Go ahead and get your scissors with Mom and Dad's approval, Mom and Dad helping, and you're going to cut strips down. We're really good at cutting. After you get your strips cut out, you can have them decorated. I drew just some stripy lines on mine. Again, I used some spring colors of green, purple, and oranges. And then what we're going to do with our decorated strips is attach them to the bottom of our windsock. You can use tape or glue or staples, and you're going to attach them all the way around the bottom like that. I'm going to do just a couple here to show you. Let me do one more. So you can see my windsock is starting to take shape, isn't it? And I'm going to go and have it attached all the way around. And see how cool it starts to look from something, just a simple piece of paper around the house and some markers. But again, you can use whatever materials you have on hand. In the very end, you want to punch a hole, 2 holes at the top, one here and here. Put a piece of string through it, and then you can hang it outside, maybe on a tree branch or on a fence post. And when the wind hits it, you'll see it dance around in the wind. That's it for today, Busy Bees. I hope you have lots of fun with your art, your windsock, and I hope you get outside and get to enjoy the beautiful weather. Love you. Bye, Busy Bees.